Once upon a time, there was a young man named Alex. Alex had always been curious about crossdressing, but he had never had the courage to explore this part of himself. He was afraid of what others might think and worried that he would be judged or ridiculed. But one day, Alex decided that he was tired of living in fear. He wanted to embrace his true self and see where this journey would take him. So, he decided to go out in public dressed in women's clothing. At first, Alex was nervous. He had never felt so vulnerable before. But as he stepped out of his house, he felt a rush of excitement. He was finally free to be himself, and nothing else mattered. As he walked down the street, he noticed that some people looked at him strangely, but he tried not to let it bother him. He had expected that some people might not understand, and that was okay. He was doing this for himself, not for them. As he continued on his journey, Alex felt more and more confident. He received compliments from some strangers and even made a few new friends who appreciated his courage and authenticity. He felt like he was finally living the life he had always wanted. But then, he encountered a group of people who were not as accepting. They shouted insults at him and made him feel ashamed of who he was. Alex felt hurt and scared, but he refused to let their words bring him down. Instead, he stood tall and looked them in the eye. He calmly explained that he was not hurting anyone by expressing himself in this way, and that he deserved the same respect and dignity as anyone else. To his surprise, one of the people in the group approached him and apologized. She said that she had never thought about it that way before and that she admired Alex's bravery. The others followed her lead and also apologized, realizing that they had been wrong to judge him. Alex smiled and thanked them for their kind words. He felt a sense of pride in himself and in the progress he had made. He had taken a chance and it had paid off. From that day on, Alex continued to explore his crossdressing identity. He found a supportive community of people who shared his interests and welcomed him with open arms. He even started performing in drag shows and became a role model for others who were struggling to embrace their true selves. Looking back on his journey, Alex knew that he had made the right decision. He had learned to be true to himself and had inspired others to do the same. He had shown that it was possible to break down barriers and live a life without fear. So, whether you are crossdressing or exploring any other part of yourself that society might find unconventional or different, remember Alex's story. Be true to yourself, have faith in who you are, and never let anyone else tell you that you can't be who you were meant to be.